Gators. Thank you for sharing your student with Spessard L. Holland Elementary, a place where students are eager to learn, willing to serve, and preparing to lead. Parents, we're off to a great start this year. I'll be the first to admit that in many ways it's been challenging. Some of our very own staff members have had some challenges just like your family members have had. But together, we are making it happen every single day. Thank you for being the very best that you can be at being a parent. Working together, we will accomplish great things this school year for your child. First of all, I want to share two very important things with you. Every Tuesday, I hope you've noticed this Gator folder. We try to save all important parent documentation, letters, work samples, feedback on students' work samples, tests that are given, reports such as accelerated reader reports, reports such as Smarty Ants or Reflex or STAR. Anything like that will be sent home on Tuesday in this folder. By using this folder, your child can stay organized. And as a parent, you can go through it, read, be updated with information pertaining to school, and forget about it mostly for the rest of the week. Tuesday is important. Take care of our Tuesday folder and the information. Parents, I know that you communicate back and forth with our teachers via Dojo. However, we also have this organizational tool for each and every student, an agenda. It can go back and forth each and every day, home and to the classroom. The teachers will make sure that any pertinent information that's needed will be written to you in this agenda, if not in a Dojo message. Parents, if you have a change of transportation, calling the office sometimes can be hectic. You can forget about it and the end of the day will be here before you know it. Write those messages in the agenda. Teachers check the agendas every morning, go through them, and take note of information from you. Another important section inside the agenda that I hope you've taken notice of is our parent, teacher, student handbook. Yes, once a month, the very last day of the month, we can celebrate birthdays in the classroom. That's right here in the agenda. The uniform policy is right in the agenda for you. You can find things out such as breakfast and lunch information, conference information for our students. You can hear about our volunteers that we hope to have in the school system very soon. Like right now, our most pertinent volunteers that are needed for tasks are here. Soon we'll be wide open for volunteers when improvements continue to take place. Thank you for paying attention to the specifics in the student agenda. I want to invite every parent at Spessard Holland Elementary to be a part of our SAC committee. Right now it's very easy to do because our SAC meetings are virtual meetings. I can send you a link or send you a Teams invite and you can join us for each and every SAC meeting. Our first one is coming up next week. If you would like to be a member of our SAC committee, give a call to Spessard Holland Elementary and talk to my secretary, Lori Dixon. She will take down all of your information and we will get together for a meeting next week. We are so fortunate to have with us this year 2 new coaches. Thank you, Jamie Swim, for joining us. And thank you, Marcy Richardson, for joining us. They not only work with our teachers in ELA and math, but they are our Title I coordinators. They have worked so hard on our parent contract, and we want your input. It is such a pleasure and an honor to serve as the principal of Spessard L. Holland Elementary. Again, working together, great things will happen with our Gators. Thank you.
Good evening, Spessard Gators and parents. My name is Dr. Golden and I'm the assistant principal here at Spessard. Formerly Dr. Jernigan, so new name but same assistant principal. I got married over the summer, and I just wanted to take a moment to explain the Renaissance Parent Letter that is in your Gator folders for tonight. We take STAR 3 times a year. We take it in September, again in December, midway through the year, and at the end of the year in May. And this is what we use to progress monitor our students and to make sure that everyone is learning and growing throughout the year. You should have received 2 if you're in grades 1st grade through 5th grade. And the first one is the reading one. You'll notice there's a series of numbers down the side. Most of these numbers don't make a lot of sense. They're for us teachers to determine growth. But the big numbers here is the grade equivalent score. So there's a decibel number. The first number is the grade level, and the second number is the month. So this particular student tested in 4th grade, 8th month. That's a great way for parents to determine if their students are above grade level, on grade level, or below, depending on what grade they are. And another great score for parents is the ZPD level. This helps parents know what books students should be bringing home from the school library or what books they can check out from the public library. We want students in their proper zones so they can be successful with comprehension. ARBookfinder.com is a great way to look up books to see what reading level the book is to ensure that all students are reading on the right level to be successful. You'll also receive a math letter. It looks very similar to the reading one, and it also has scores that go down the bottom. That grade equivalent score on the math letter is also very helpful in determining where your students are in math. We use the STAR test just to ensure that all students are learning throughout the year, and any support you can give us at home with practicing math facts or reading with your child, going to the library, or just getting books from our school library and reading at home would be very helpful. We're excited for a wonderful year, and we can't wait to have you back on campus when the time comes. Have a great night.
Hello, my name is Erin Rogers Anderson, and I am the Dean of Students here at Spessard Holland Elementary. My job is to help keep everyone safe at school every day.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kuhn, the school counselor here at Spessard Holland Elementary. I'd like to let you know that I am here to help support all students at our school. I am here to be a listening ear, a caring heart, and have an open mind. I can help solve problems and provide resources to students. I can also provide referrals for additional support, whether it's academic, social, emotional, or mental health support. I also have many community resources that I can provide to students and parents as needed. An additional fact is I have other duties at the school, such as being a 504 contact, the multi-tier system of support and ESC referral contact, the Hearth and Kids Pack liaison, and I also assist with attendance meetings and developing attendance intervention plans. I look forward to continuing to help the students and families at Spessard Holland. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Bernie, and I'm the school psychologist here at Spessard Holland. As the school psychologist, I'm part of this problem-solving team and help to find strategies for students who might be struggling emotionally or academically. And although I'm only at Spessard Holland a few days a week, I am always available for students to stop by and talk about anything that might be troubling them. As I wrap up this video, though, I want to mention a few things to help make this a positive year. It goes without saying that the last few school years have been really challenging for all of us. And while many of those challenges remain, we're all working to make sure that we're doing the best that we can to provide consistency, security, and safety that all of our students need to be successful. While we do all that we can here at school, I want to mention a few things that you can do at home to help your child academically, socially, and emotionally. First, it goes without saying that reading to your child is beneficial for them, not only with their language development, but also with their reading skills and with their social emotional development. They feel closer with you when you do that to them. So have them read to you and you can read to them. Doesn't necessarily matter the content, doesn't matter what book it is, just have them reading to you and connecting with you in that way. Also, for our younger students, we want to make sure that after school, they have a little bit of a time to kind of take a break and decompress just a little bit. The school day is really long for our younger students, and giving them a little bit of time to kind of move around, giving them a snack, letting them stretch a little bit before any homework or any other activities after school can be really important to help them, just adjust to time after the school day. I also think it's really important for you guys to take a moment and sit with your kids and talk to them about their school day. Now, I know that kids often will say, they'll kind of dismiss it. They'll push the day off and they'll say they don't remember what happened or they don't know what happened. But just sit and listen to them. You don't have to ask a lot of questions necessarily. You don't have to really probe and try to get all the details necessarily, but just let them talk to you and connect with you about their day. The more that they connect and talk with you about their day, the more they're going to be able to process their day and make sense of everything that happened throughout the day. Now, sometimes when kids are at home and they need to do some work, whether it's homework or making up some classwork or just their home reading to themselves, try to set aside some specific space in the house for them to do their work. Kids do really well when they have delineated outline space that's just for them to do their work. Try to avoid that to be in their bed or in an area where there's a lot of distractions or anything like that, because we want them to know that when they're sitting at their desk or at this table, that this is where they're going to be when they're doing some work or when they're trying to focus on something maybe school related or academically oriented. It's also really important to take breaks and to spend time with your kids that aren't at all related to school. So going for walks with them, going out into nature a little bit, being outside is so important. There's a lot of health and mental health benefits to being outside. So, take your kids outside, go for a walk. It will be good for you physically as well as with your relationship with your kids. And that goes along with playing. Play with your kids, but make sure that they have play time. You want to limit video game time, but at the same time, let them enjoy some of that time to decompress. They don't have to spend a lot of time on video games. I'm never one to recommend a specific amount of time for video games, but make sure that they're getting all of their stuff done, their chores, their homework, their any other expectations that you have of them. But if they spend a little bit of time playing video games, that's okay. Just don't let it be too long, and make sure that you're monitoring that, especially before bedtime, so that they don't get it doesn't interrupt their sleep cycle. Another thing that I think parents really tend to not necessarily pay a lot of attention to is the idea of how long or what kind of exposure our kids have to the news and information of the world from the world. Now, I certainly believe that kids need to be informed and they need to know what's happening in the world. But at the same time, there is a lot of things going on that they just don't understand. And having them exposed to too much news, too much information about that can lead to confusion and misunderstanding about what's happening in the world, which can then elicit a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear and a lot of worry. And so we want to kind of avoid that by just limiting some of their exposure to those things that they probably don't really understand. They may act like they understand, but when you really get down to it with them, they may not understand what is really going on. So with all that said, I really encourage you to have a good set a good schedule and a good routine for your kids. It's not always easy to do, but if kids are getting up around the same time every day, if they're going to bed at around the same time every day, if they, they have their inside time and their outside time and their family time and dinner time, and all of those things are sort of organized and structured in such a way that it's predictable, much like it is at school. Kids do so much better when their life is when they know what's coming and their life is predictable and they know what's going to happen. So trying to get your afternoons and evenings and weekends structured in a way that is predictable for your kids, they're going to do so much better, and it's going to minimize so many disagreements and struggles that you might have in getting your kids to do some of the things that they need to do. So I think that's all of the strategies that I'm going to throw out today. But if you have any questions, I'm always here and available. Feel free to send me an email or give the school a call, and I'll try to call you back as soon as I can and answer any questions, try to help out in any way that I can to just to try to help make things as good as possible for these students and to make everyone's lives better. So thanks, and I hope that we have a great year.
Welcome, Spencer families, to the music room. My name is Mr. Rios, for those of you who do not know me. Unfortunately, we can't be in person, but I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you a little bit of information as to what goes on in music class, and then I will show you some pictures of a small virtual tour of the music room. But essentially, the students, when they come to music, they come to music one day out of the week. I see students from kindergarten all the way through 5th grade for 45 minutes a day. And each grade level has different standards that are from the state that we are learning, and that's how their grade comes about. So if you ever have any questions regarding their grades, feel free to message me and we can have a conversation about that as well. My main goal, though, is for the students to leave elementary school with a passion and a love for music class. That's the main reason why, when I was deciding on what grade levels or what schools to teach, my heart always went to elementary school. I feel like if I can get them early loving music, I think that's going to set them up for the rest of their lives. So it always makes me happy to hear when students move on to middle school and high school and they join either the bands, the orchestra, the choirs, musical theater, anything along those lines. And I'm always down for going to any performances. Just this past summer, I saw a few former students in Lakeland Community Theater performing Moana. I've been to Winter Haven Community Theater to see former students perform as well. So if your child ever has any sort of after school performances, by all means, please let me know. I am always willing and wanting to see them perform. In class, however, we have various instruments that they learn. Starting from kindergarten, they learn some of the more simple percussion instruments. As they get older, they get to learn some xylophones. And then once they get to the secondary grades, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they have a specialty instrument that they learn. In 3rd grade, they learn the recorders. Please don't hate me for doing recorders with third graders. I promise you, it's not about them needing it when they're adults. It's about them enjoying how to play the music. And if they move on to middle school, the way that the technique that they learn from the recorder does carry on. So it's a little bit more than just making noise, and I promise I don't do it to annoy you guys. 4th grade learns to play the ukulele, and we've just started a ukulele unit with 4th graders. And then 5th graders, they get to learn more of the modern band instruments. Currently, they just started the guitars, as you can see behind me. Eventually, they'll also learn the basics of the regular drum set and the basics of the keyboard/piano. And they will do a composing unit also with the iPads at the end of the school year. So I hope that this kind of gives you a little bit of a glimpse as to what goes on in music class. As always, I'm an email or a dojo away if you have any questions. Currently, there are no plans for after school or extracurricular clubs or activities because we want to still make sure that we keep the students safe as much as possible. However, that's not to say that in the future or maybe in the spring, we won't have any sort of performances. So keep an eye out for any announcements. If your child that loves to sing or loves to perform, we hopefully can have some sort of performances by the end of the school year. Fingers crossed. It's great to see you guys, even though it's virtually. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to dojo me, message me, email me, however you need to get in contact with me. And as soon as I can, I promise you that I'll be there to answer your questions. Have a great day, and I am so excited for what it is to come for the rest of the music year.
Hi Gators, this is Mrs. Patrius, the art teacher here at Spessard Holland Elementary. This is the start of my 10th year teaching and my 2nd year here at Spessard. So far this school year, I have loved seeing all of the familiar faces from last year and also getting to know our new friends here on campus. Open house night, I thought that it would be fun to show you guys the art room. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera. and I'm going to kind of give you a tour of the art room tonight. So to start off this little tour, you can see my different table teams where students sit. If you did not know this, I do have a Ninja Turtle theme in my classroom, and it's actually for a really special reason. If you did not know this, the 4 Ninja Turtle names were actually named after 4 famous Renaissance artists that lived a really long time ago. I thought that connection was just totally awesome, so that is why I have chosen this theme for the art room. Up here, up front, this is my smart board that I use every week with students. Up front here now, you can see my entering class expectations. Above that, you can see my 5 classroom rules. And then something else that I want to talk about. If your child has ever come home with one of these Art Ninja tickets, it basically means that they had a super good day in the art room. I have a poster that explains everything that I'm looking for when I'm deciding who my art ninjas are. Those tickets actually come with 3 separate copies, 1 that the art ninja keeps and 2 that I keep. The 2 that I keep, I fold in half, and I do monthly and weekly ninja ticket drawings, and they have a chance to earn some pretty cool things. You'll notice the art ninja of the week happens to be AJ, a 4th grader. His name is in lights. So again, they can earn some cool things with those tickets, all just for having a good day in the art room. This canvas is actually our art room catchphrase this school year. Every week in art, to get the day started, we say this catchphrase together. And this phrase just reminds us to always stay positive, and if you make mistakes in the art room, it is totally fine. That's part of learning and growing. Up front here, I'm sure that you have noticed my handsome skeleton. He is kind of like the art room mascot. I decided to name him Frank, and for fun, every month I dress him up in different attire with the change of seasons and different holidays. This is kind of the front area of my classroom. And then I did want to show you my whiteboard that I use every week with students. You can see some of the main elements and principles and vocabulary we're going over this first 9 weeks. This here is my Ninja Turtle classroom scoreboard. Every week, students, if they have a great day as a class, they have a special opportunity to earn 1 star in the art room. I keep track, and they can earn fun rewards. You'll notice up here on my board, I have some dot examples. Currently, all K through 5 students, super exciting, we're working on a collaborative school-wide display. On September 15th, it is International Dot Day, and that holiday actually came from the story The Dot. So all K through 5 students get to use their imagination and creativity, and they get to design their own dot to celebrate that holiday. Over here is kind of my sink counter area. We especially use these on paint days, but I wanted to just show you the start. These are the starts of our collaborative dots that we're working on. And this is the art room. Thank you guys so much for taking time to watch this tonight, and stay tuned.
I'm Coach Beasley.
And I'm Coach Turbin. Welcome to PE. We're so excited to have you out here this year.
Don't forget those water bottles and those tennis shoes so we can have a successful time out here this year.
See you soon.
See you later.
Hi, Spessard family. This is Miss Bumpus coming to you from the library to give you a few updates. This year, your child will have access for checking out books Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Kindergartners will get 1 book, 1st grade 2, 2nd through 5th grade will get 3. We're also starting something new this year called instructional lessons. Students will be on a rotation where they come to the library on Mondays to receive cross-curricular instruction. Some of the topics will include science, math, social studies, and growth mindset. We're so excited to bring the teaching aspect back to the library. This year we will also be doing in-person book fairs. Stay tuned on Dojo for those book fair dates that will be coming the end of October. Remember, reading is to the mind like exercise is to the body. It's so important for you to read with your student at night to see their full potential growth.
Good evening and welcome to our Title I annual meeting. My name is Marcy Richardson, and joining me tonight is
Jamie Schwein. And we are the instructional coaches and Title I coordinators here at Spessard-Holland Elementary. To begin with, we'd like to share with you the purpose of Title I. The purpose of Title I is to provide supplemental resources and services to high poverty schools, as well as migratory children and families and institutions serving neglected and delinquent children and youth. Each year, the federal government provides Title I funds to states based on the U.S. Census poverty data. From there, state education agencies, like the Florida Department of Education, send money to school districts based on the number of families that receive free and reduced lunch, or our CEP, Community Eligible Direct Certified. Then those school districts submit a plan to the state describing the high quality standards that students are expected to meet, as well as the ways their progress will be measured and how Title I funds would help their students meet these expectations. Finally, the local education agencies, like the Polk County Public Schools, will identify eligible schools and distribute the funds accordingly. Title I funding is a major benefit to our school. Title I funds help children become more successful. It gives families an opportunity to have a voice in their child's education and provides parents with the tools and resources necessarily to help their child academically. And finally, Title I helps teachers realize the contributions of parents to their child's education. Overall, it helps to raise student achievement. The graphic you're looking at right now highlights our Title I budget. This is how we will spend our Title I dollars. Each year, we are required to spend a certain percentage on parent and family engagement initiatives. Based on parent and staff feedback at the end of last year, we have planned to use those required dollars to cover the purchase of our student agendas and communication folders. Looking at our curriculum and assessments that we use here at Spessard-Holland, in elementary reading, we are using the new district adopted reading curriculum known as Florida Wonders, which is aligned to the new best standards. Our elementary math classes use the Go Math book as a resource for instruction. Science and social studies follow the Florida standards for instruction. All of our students are currently finishing up their beginning of the year assessments. All students, kindergarten through 5th grade, take STAR reading assessments, and students in 1st through 5th grade take STAR math assessments. The STAR test is just one way we monitor how your child is progressing. We also use SmartyAnts and iStation in reading and Reflex in math. Soon, our elementary teachers will reach out to schedule a conference. This will give you an opportunity to hear more about where your child is performing and how they are progressing. This will give you a chance to ask questions and to hear more about your child's grade level curriculum and assessment information. Each year, the district is required to write a parent and family engagement plan. The plan is very involved, so I'd like to refer you to our school website if you'd like to read the plan in its entirety. As well, our school is required to write a parent and family engagement plan. This is done with input gathered from our online survey, as well as discussions and conversations at SAC meetings. Our Title I School Parent Compact is designed to outline the responsibilities of staff, parents, and students. Copies of the compact can be found in your open house folder. During your parent-teacher conferences, your child's teacher will discuss and reference the compact should you have any questions. The compact is revised and edited every year by a group of staff members and parents. Towards the end of the year, be on the lookout for information on how you can be involved in offering input in creating next year's compact. So, Title I needs your help. Because we are working hard to involve and engage you, we need your help to determine what you would like the goals of our Title I program to be. And then we need you to help us carry out and plan those programs that you would like to see. We need your help in evaluating those programs so we can continue to improve them. By joining us tonight, you are already taking the first step in being involved.
The next step is to scan the QR code sent on the Title I flyer in the open house folder and complete the survey. The district would also welcome your help in writing and revising the district plan for parent and family engagement, or maybe you'd like to serve on the district parent advisory team. Here at our school, we would love your help in writing our school parent and family engagement plan, as well as our school parent compact. There are lots of ways to be involved. Just ask any one of us and we'll make sure that you can be put to work.
Title I provides us the funding to offer resources to engage parents and families. Due to COVID-19, on-campus family engagement activities are currently not scheduled, but be sure to check our Facebook and website for up-to-date information on virtual opportunities and/or changes in policies.
If at any point in the year you'd like to learn more about the Title I program, you can find the documents listed here on our website. And if at any point you'd like a copy, don't hesitate to ask your child's teacher, and we will be sure it gets to you.
And finally, if you ever need any more information on the Title I programs within the district, please contact the Federal Programs Office at the number listed here.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate your time and hope you found the information presented tonight helpful. Don't forget to scan the QR code sent on the Title I flyer in the open house folder and complete the survey. We really value your input. Thank you for spending time with us. Good night.